Hi guys. A quick update. Because I'm about to upload 2 shorts of my arrival back in Slab City, but I kind of drove by and I have to kind of hang tight here because we're out of funding because of the trip to the doctor. It took me 9 days to get back, but I'm glad I made it back because the climate is better in the south for my joints and my skin. My skin got really bad. I don't know if you can see it. This is actually after a couple of days soaking in the hot springs already, but ow, and it gets so painful that I can't wear clothes and stuff, and I can't really lay down. So I'm really glad. It's just um my update on like arriving back in Slab City. It was a little bit short-handed, kind of got hey there. Yeah, wait. Oh, because so there's the duck. The duck is moving. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, okay. You see that? No, the red dot. Her feathers are coming in again. And I forget that, especially the winter season starting, it's really like she's getting ready to be soaked in chicken soup or something. But yeah, so I was driving and while going through Slab City because I don't necessarily feel comfortable being there. I don't feel welcome. There are some people that I love to say hi to, and they totally have like extended their welcome, but that often changes very quickly. And then what I said in the 2 videos, I'm so shocked each fall that the situation, the economic situation, and the stress and everything seems to get worse each year there, and that kind of makes sense because there is no stress system that we're implementing, and it's not going anywhere really then, apart from a few burns or like fires. So yeah, I am just very shocked each year more about the situation, mostly about the disparity of how certain people live there on pretty good conditions and ability to so be very self-sufficient, and then the majority that I see is just struggling with really almost nothing. And I don't know, it's so hard for me to actually live among that. I don't know. And then here, like, there's no one here that I have to be afraid to get like my whole car robbed, or there's a certain amount of harassment there that seems to be much more organized and harder to escape. So yeah, I just want to point out, like, I think that people like me and other people do want to do something about like the disparity between the quality of life of people there, but what I've experienced and how I being kind of approached when I return each time, and I was just there I think 20 days ago, that hey there's just an amount of people who have been there for years or decades, and they like to see things in an old way, or in a way that gives them the most power, basically, or not to lose the power, and with that the protection and the self-sufficiency at the expense of all other people, basically. And even me saying that, I'm just kind of not fearful, but intimidated enough, because I get a lot of backlash from like kind of expressing my experience there, as opposed to like, oh, it's all free and amazing, and the American dream of like you make from it what you make from it. No. They pay people who hold enough privilege. They pay other people to do the dirty work who have not a lot of power and a lot of ways. And then people who hold the physical privilege and maybe the people skills, but I keep saying they hold a lot more power, and it does, for me, replicate how society in America was kind of established by taking over an area that was actually abandoned or already from other people and not integrating that with the area around it, but establishing their own situation. And here it's more unique that it is self-governed, but not collectively governed. So it's not a commune. But in order to grow as a community, there has to be a little bit more in common. Oh, guys, they're so happy to be back there. We're running around because we've been on the coast and there's less places to run around for them. So in any case, that's what makes me be very shocked at Slab City, and then how like the feeling of unsafety that I see certain people not even have to be worried about is disgusting for me. It's absolutely disgusting. And then I see people having 12,000 followers who are like absolutely detested here in Slab City and feared as well, because these certain people hurt other people, or they're like certain stories around, but also testimonies from them personal, that I'm like, dude, why is this so popular, this whole freedom? Well, it has sort of turned into the worst nightmare, not just for me, but for an amount of people who maybe have less choices. And everything is there, it's your own choice. It's the American dream. Like, no, it's not actually. It's quite the opposite. It's quite oppressive and quite... I think it's a lost opportunity to create a more off-grid area, not necessarily communal or community, to allow multiple people to really have a quality of life, not just certain people. And with that, I leave it with that, because these people actually get back at you. They're not afraid for violence, and I would not support them on YouTube. I don't know if I don't support violence in real life in Slab City itself. I don't know why I would support them on YouTube. No offense to them, but I don't agree with that shit at all. And I am on the other end of that violence. So from some of those people with so many supporters. So I am trying to recover a little bit because it's been hard to drive, and then kind of get to the end of the month without spending more money, because it's just not there. A lot of the gas money, the gas price went up from $3 to 20 days ago, $3 here in the south, to $5.50 almost, or less, a little less, $5.25, $5.45 on the coast, certain areas, and that like hit a lot in my budget. Like, besides also having to spend like, hey guys, $300 on gas. Hey guys, because that is normally well spent on, like, I'm trying to get a double wide sleeping bag, and some things that I can like get through the winter a little bit better, but it's just not in the budget if I have to go back to the doctor next month. But it's getting already quite cold, so I hope to work out something soon, so that I'm suffering less, because it's hurt. And I used to have a double wide sleeping bag, and then I put another sleeping bag in there, because the dogs are sleeping with me in the sleeping bag actually, but it's a double wide one. Yes, they have still their own space, and it makes it extra warm for me, because otherwise they lay like in the second sleeping bag basically open, and that defeats the purpose. But I had to leave the sleeping bag behind because it was broken and everything, So I'm working on that. This is not coming up this month as yet. So I hope everyone is doing well. I've been looking forward to update y'all a little bit. I just don't have a lot to update because it's kind of like being run around in the medical care, and so having to take care of it to make sure that these procedures happen. It just means like jumping through a lot of hoops over and over. But I feel like I have some coverage for almost a year, and then with that access to that hospital. So if I can't get there next month, I'll go there the month after. Hey, Aki. Yeah, you doing good? Oh yeah. Look at you. Look at you in the sunset there. Hi, Papa. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's doing very well. Hey. Oh, yeah. He's been helping me in the hospitals. Look at you. Yeah. Ow, there's a mosquito biting my back. Because we're near the water, we always are. There are mosquitoes at night biting like us to death. Okay. So that's it. I just want to say hi real quickly, and I feel a little bit safer, but definitely more isolated out here. I just don't think it's worth my sanity and safety to be in Slab City. I don't also understand actually, because it's off grid, but it's with so many people actually. Like there's so many people everywhere all the time, and I feel like a certain kind of people that I would maybe not encounter or interact with in any other situation, and that becomes then irritable if you become aware of the amount of power that certain people hold over other people. So that's it, but it is what it is. I just hope, because there are some great people out there who do want to like divide and share the leadership, and I just hope they will be around soon as well. But take care. I'll talk to you soon. I'm looking if the dog wants to say hi. Guinea. Guinea is a half chocolate white dog right now. Latte, yeah. Hey, latte doggy. Where are you? Well, Guinea. Where you, Guinea? Oh, Guinea. There's Guinea. Take it.